guys, it's Jessii Vee, and I'm feeling so warm and bright in this 1990 sweater. I wasn't born in 1990, I was born in 1994, but I was still a part of the 1990s. I don't know why, but whenever I see like anything with like 90s on it, I'm like, yes, I need this. I don't know why I always have to point out what I'm wearing. It's just like a habit of mine. Anyways, guys, so as you can tell by the title of this video, today we're gonna be talking about Jack Frost and his very dark origins. There's actually a lot of creepypastas associated with Jack Frost. There's just a lot of weird things surrounding this very cold character. We're gonna be talking a lot about him today, but before we get started, just want to remind you another time that the Christmas mystery boxes are only available on my website until December 10th. After December 10th, they're being taken down. So if you would like one for Christmas, the link is down below in the description. Also, I have a couple schools to mention that have started Yana groups. Those schools are Stanley Boyd School, Stratford upon Avon School, Country Place, and Mountain View Middle School. So thank you all for starting such an amazing movement at your schools. It makes me so happy that you guys are making people feel less alone. All right, so Jack Frost. I'm sure like 99% of you have heard of Jack Frost before, and when you think of him in your mind, you probably think of some blue guy with icicles dangling from his nose. He spreads winter around everywhere. We know the basic things about Jack Frost, but his legend dates back centuries. So we're gonna go into the history, because do we really know his origins? Do we really know who he is? He's actually sometimes called Old Man Winter, but let's go back and start from the very beginning. Many believe he originated from Scandinavian traditions. In one popular story, he's the son of Kari, the Norse god of the winds. So he's the son of the wind, literally. According to this legend, the god of the wind had a son whose name was Icicle Frosti, which directly translates to Icicle Frost. And this was the beginning of the Jack Frost tradition. People say that this little boy runs through the villages decorating the land, walls, and windows with his magical snow art. Old stories claim that he was a very mischievous boy, always causing trouble, always turning things into ice and getting snow everywhere, even if people didn't want it. So Daddy Wind was not very happy. Now, in different places of the world, he has sort of a different legend. So in Finnish folklore, it's not just a little boy causing all the snow. Depending on where you look, Jack Frost is either a hero or a villain. There's nothing really in between. He's been featured in so many songs that I'm sure you would recognize.
Jack Frost nipping at your nose.
He's been in stories, myths, movies. He's been in so many movies. DreamWorks came out with The Rise of the Guardians in 2012, which features Jack Frost as the main protagonist, an angsty teenager who discovers his true purpose. I've actually never seen this movie. I didn't even know it existed until I did research for this video, but I mean, that's kind of cool. He's also featured as a man in the Santa Claus 3 and plays an evil character looking to overthrow Santa. And you can't forget the movie Jack Frost, a film about a father who dies in a car crash but magically comes back to life as a snowman to spend time with his son. And there are so many other movies that I could mention, but Jack Frost is pretty famous, you know what I mean? I wonder if his father, the wind god, is jealous. The very first illustration that anybody ever made of Jack Frost was thought to be a political cartoon published in 1861 in Harper's Weekly. Now, there are much darker tales of Jack Frost's origins. I think these are more like creepypastas, but I'm definitely gonna tell you about these ones because they are very intriguing. Hold on to your sweaters. So there's a story about a little boy named Jack who lived alone in the woods in a tiny little house with his parents. He loved winter more than anybody else. So whenever it snowed, he would beg his parents to let him walk home by himself from school because he would walk back the long way through the forest so that he could play in the snow as long as possible. One day when he was walking home from school in the middle of a a snowstorm. He stumbled across a pond that he had never seen before. It was covered in ice, which obviously because he likes winter, it excited him. So he wanted to see how far he could slide across this pond. What he didn't know was that the ice wasn't as stable as he thought it would be. So the ice cracked and he found himself falling deeper and deeper into the cold lake. 2 days went by and his parents and police were frantically searching for him. They couldn't find him anywhere. They just thought he must have been kidnapped or something. And they began to feel hopeless for his return. Then, one night, weeks later, they heard a knock at their door. The mother went to open it, and there, standing on the porch, soaking wet, with huge icicles hanging from his hair and his arms, was Jack. Except his skin was blue, his lips were purple, and his eyes almost seemed bigger and like they were glowing. And what was really strange was that he was smiling, almost as if nothing bad had happened at all. They took him in and didn't tell anybody. And from that day on, it snowed all year round in the forest that he lived in. Even though everywhere else around this forest in the town was warm and sunny, it was never warm there, and it baffled people, and it was like a huge phenomenon in that area. So that was like a really sad story, but I guess Jack finally got to be Jack Frost because he loves winter. Next, we have a scarier story about Jack Frost. There's a legend that sometimes, if there's a very cold night where you can see frost starting to appear on your windows, you may get a knock on your door past midnight. It says you're not supposed to open your door for any reason. Some people have even seen puddles of freezing water creeping under the crack of the door. Sometimes even a whispering voice will say, "Let the winter frost in." If you give in to your curiosity and open the door, your entire house will slowly fill with ice and snow. And a tall, thin man as cold as ice, with no eyes, okay, will walk into your home and claim your house as his own. It says he will even turn you into an ice sculpture for him to display. And his goal is to make as many ice houses as possible, but he won't come in unless you open the door. Is he like part ice, part vampire or something? But that's like the more creepy stories. The last thing I wanted to show you is someone thought they actually captured Jack Frost on camera. Now, before I show you this picture, just remember that his name actually translates to Icicle Frost. So this is what happened. Locals in Washington state suspect the icy figure of folklore has put in a personal appearance in the town of Lake Stevens. The icicle was found hanging from the home of local man Jeremy Olden. The uncanny ice structure in which a head complete with hair, a forehead, nose, mouth, and beard appears to jut from a thick icicle. Everyone apparently was baffled by this photo as soon as he posted it, and the fact that his original Viking legend name, Icicle Frosty, means icicle frost, people were like, oh my gosh, maybe he appears as an icicle. So people were pretty taken back by that, and I think it's really cool. Obviously it's just a coincidence, but like, that looks like a man, you know what I mean? Anyways guys, that is all I'm gonna be saying about Jack Frost today. If I missed any really cool facts about him, definitely comment it down below. It is literally pitch black outside and it's 1 p.m. Is Jack Frost coming for me? Like literally the whole window is frost right now and it's so foggy outside. Anyways, don't forget that if you would like a mystery box before they get taken down on December 10th, the link is down below in the description, and I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!